Welcome back. From bold new works to fresh takes on classic stories, Rick Dildine has been making waves at Children's Theater Company since stepping into the spotlight.
Yes, with a deep passion for storytelling and a mission to reach audiences of all ages, he's bringing new energy to one of the country's most celebrated stages. Rick, thank you so much for joining us.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Good to be here with you.
Absolutely. So first thing we got to mention, you're an Arkansas native. You grew up in Wynne and you graduated from Ouachita Baptist, right?
Absolutely, Arkansas homegrown. Huge part of my life. Grew up on a farm in Wynne, Arkansas, and I had a mother who nurtured my artistic interest and made sure I went to Memphis to see touring shows, and then ultimately went on to Ouachita to start my training.
I love that. You know, we're both theater people, and I'm curious, where did your passion for theater start? Did it start with your mom kind of making sure? Was it something you had in you before that? Talk to us about the beginnings.
Yeah, it started with a teacher, honestly. It started with a teacher who saw something in me and she put a copy of Midsummer Night's Dream in my hands when I was in eighth grade. And then went to high school and saw high school theater, and then it just really it was nurtured by teachers. I always felt this like impulse to create, and I started as an actor, but I've ultimately become a director and producer now, and that's really where I find a lot of my joy is helping artists realize their dreams and visions.
Yeah.
That's one of the greatest things about theater, I think, is you can do so many different things and
Yep.
not the same thing at all. So now you've also been artistic director of different theaters and festivals. How does the Children's Theater Company differ from all the others?
Yeah, this is my 21st year as an artistic director, and it's been mostly in new works, mostly in Shakespeare. But a year ago, I was recruited to take over Children's Theater Company, and it is wholly unique. It is the largest theater in North America focused on young people and creating work for them and their communities. It is the only regional theater that is focused on young people to win the Tony Award for Outstanding Regional Theater. Our emphasis is on creating a better world with, for, and through young people. And I think, it is the best use of my time as an artist is to create something for a young person.
Yeah.
I love that.
Where's it located? For people who might be traveling and want to see a show, where are you located?
Absolutely. We're in Minneapolis, in the Twin Cities, in Minnesota. Easy to get to, fantastic airport. We just closed a production of Frozen, which was the biggest selling spring show in our history. CTC is unique in that everyone that works here, there's over 100 people, they're all professionals. So when a young person comes into our theater, they're getting a fully realized professional experience. They're walking on stage in front of 800 people 9 times a week. It's an experience unlike anything other that a kid could have.
Yeah, I love that. You know, I was just in Minneapolis last summer. If I'm remembering correctly, doesn't your space occupy like the same structure as an art museum or something like that? Am I right? Am I remembering correctly?
It's an amazing campus with the Minneapolis Institute of Art and the Minneapolis College of Art and Design, and then Children's Theater Company. We have a very artistic campus. Yep.
Yeah, very cool.
That's amazing. What can you tell us about this upcoming season?
Oh, this upcoming season is upbeat. It's adventurous. It's music filled. It really is inspired by my childhood in Arkansas of
Oh,
being a kid running through the forest. So we're starting with Treasure Island. That's the first thing I'm directing. And then we're bringing in a show from the UK, The Enormous Crocodile, How the Grinch Stole Christmas. We were the first theater to ever do it. We're doing the classic Go Dog Go, but we're doing it in both English and Spanish. And then Forts is this interactive build your own fort experience. We're bringing in Dinosaur World Live from overseas. And then, of course, we're closing with the one, the only, The Wizard of Oz.
Man, what
I
a
love
great
that.
season.
Fun.
Yeah, love it.
Oh, that is so amazing.
Thank you for
Rick,
joining us
Thank you so
today.
much for joining us and sharing that with us.
Great. Y'all
Yeah.
have a great day.
Yeah,
You too.
You too, absolutely. Love to see Arkansas people
Man.
making waves across the nation. Really
Absolutely.
rewarding.
It makes me very proud